Hey, 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 hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Ilona Sanders. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Spiritual Success TV Live, where we are lighting the way, helping you create a clear path forward. And I am dedicated to delivering personal and spiritual empowerment that will be the catalyst that help you transform your life, starting right here, right now, today. Good morning, Letitia. So happy to have you here. You know, let me do this real quick. Yeah, that's Lathea. I'm so sorry. Yes, without them glasses, we can't see the fine print. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I am so happy to be here today with you guys again. Why don't you take this moment, go ahead and tag a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know that Spiritual Success TV is live, and we're so happy to be here. Good morning, Robin. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you guys so much for taking time to be here with me. You could be anywhere else on the vast social media platform, but you chose to be here. So with that being said, let's bring our heart and our minds together. Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for being with us this morning. Let's bring our heart and our mind present. As I often say, this is your defining moment. This is not entertainment. This is not even church. This is your breakthrough moment. This is your moment of empowerment. So just take a good healing deep breath in, and on the exhale, I just want you to sit in your spirit, sit in your heart center. I want you to feel the Holy Spirit's presence, and I want you to just get ready to turn that focus and that attention inward to your rich inner life of the kingdom of God, where all the answers are, where all the solutions are, where everything that you need is there, right? Take one more good, healing, deep breath in, and on the exhale, come all the way present right here, right now. And if you can, please resist that 21st century spirit of multitasking. And I'm just going to tap that and go ahead and tag some other people to join us. All right, so today we've been on a journey over the last several weeks. And today I want to talk to us about where we are right now and what's going on. And you know, it's the end of the year and everybody is gearing up, and you know, everybody's making big, bold, plans and goals and declarations for 2019, and all of that is good in its place. But I want us to come and dial that back just a little bit so that we could talk about some things that are real, so that we can connect together and we can be helpers one of another in this platform this morning. So today, I want to talk to you. You know, there's a scripture recorded in Revelations that says, I have set before you an open door. First of all, the writer of Revelation goes in to declare that the Creator God is saying, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know your ways. I know everything there is to know about you. And he says, listen, I'm opening a door for you that no man can close. And this is what I like about that recording in Revelations even more. Good morning, Katina. Love you so much. Listen, I love that he goes on to say this. He said, you've only had a little strength, but you didn't deny me. You did not give up. You did not throw in the towel. So for everybody that is still hanging in there, and I specifically want to really speak to a few hearts today, because I'm sensing two things going on in the realm of the spirit. On the one hand, I could sense the overwhelming excitement, and rightly so, because everything in the universe is lining up to be that support for you, to be that aid for you. And on the other hand, I also can feel some frustration, some weariness, some tiredness. And I could really even pick up on some people saying, I'm so tired, I don't want to try, I don't want to fight, I don't want to plan, I don't want to do anything. But what I want to say to you today that's feeling that little edge of tiredness and weariness, if you don't do anything, now you know that that's just, let me back up and say this. First of all, you know that that's just thoughts going through your mind, because you know yourself well enough to know up to this point, You have not given up. You have not thrown in the towel. You have not just sat down and refused to get up and move. You go through this little phase. The recordings run through your mind, but eventually you get back up and you start moving. I really want to encourage you so much today to know this, that there is an open door for you. Now, I don't want this to be a cliche. I don't want to just be talking just to be talking, because I want you to be convinced today, and I can feel the wind of change and transformation even in the midst of us right now, that there really is an open door for you. The door for change is wide open. Now, the only thing left for you and I to do is to make the decision, make a quality decision. We're going to cross that threshold. You see, beloved, where we run into problems is that when things get challenging or things get a little difficult or things may not look like they're changing, what you immediately do is start running reference in your mind about all the things you did yesterday, but you're still not where you want to be. So in order now for you to leave that mindset so that we all can embrace this open door that is wide open right now. And if you can allow your divine imagination to just look in front of you just for a moment, you will see that there is a door that is open right now that no man can close. So I'm not even going to encourage you to make some big, bold, audacious goals and, get ready to just blow the roof off. Good morning, Beverly. Good to see you. I want us to be real in such a way that you are tapped in and you're back in a place where you are tapped in and you're hearing the voice of God. I was sharing with a private client the other day, and we were talking about getting back to that place where you can trust, what you are hearing on the inside of you, and you can move with that regardless to what others are doing around you. So regardless to what others are saying, regardless to what may be popular, what the trend is right now, I'm telling you, the only way that we're going to not only survive, but begin to thrive, you're going to have to come to that place of tapping in and trusting everything that you know is within you. So while we have this open door that is set before you, it's set before each and every one of us. I opened up today by saying everything in the universe. I'm talking about God's spiritual laws. I'm talking about the ministering spirits that have been sent to minister for you, to help you, to aid you, to assist you. Everything is lining up right now, and the pathway is open. The thing for you and I now is not to fall into the trap or the trick with weariness and discouragement. So, every now and then you have to kind of shut off social media. I'm talking about doing all that scrolling, looking at everybody's pages and looking at what everybody's doing. You cannot allow a stranger on social media or even somebody that you have known or had acquaintance with in the past to intimidate you, because on social media, trust me, we can make anything look good. But I want to encourage you today. I really want to encourage you today to just steady yourself and to just keep making little, teeny, tiny, incremental progress. Good morning, Jennifer. How you doing this morning? I just pray y'all are having a blessed Sunday morning. Listen, taking these teeny tiny steps and making incremental progress. And we have a saying in the success community, just be 1% better every day. Just 1%. 1%. So if you're talking about, how many minutes are in a day, and we're talking about your waking day, not your sleeping day. If you could just be 1% better, if you could just do one little thing every day, just one little thing, that compound effect will kick in. And when you look around, you will see yourself improving. You will see yourself making the progress. You will see yourself changing. And so I want to share this because I know that we're at the end of the year. We're getting ready to go into another year. And like I say, there's always a lot of hype, but I really want you to focus on the fact to believing that the way is open for you. And whatever you set your heart to, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to achieve that. You're going to be able to move. You're going to be able to go. You're going to be able to see your life shifting and changing. Now, you know the old saying that we cannot tap into. You know the old saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not an old dog. But simply that's saying that once you've gone so far, being set in your own ways, it gets more and more difficult for you to change. But even though sometimes it may be difficult, it's not impossible. But what's the key now? The key that I want to give you today to really preparing yourself to walk through this open door. What do we mean by an open door? It is all about you knowing that there is another version of you that you want to see manifest, right? And so what I want to encourage you to do as you look at this person, this version of yourself that you want to see manifest, number one, I want to encourage you to believe in that vision. Last week when we talked about, the power of belief and how it's easy to say we believe in God, but we won't believe in ourselves. We won't believe in the God that is in us. I remember back in the 1970s in New York City, I don't know if some of you all remember, we called him Reverend Ike, Frederic Coder III. He was in New York and he had a ministry. And a lot of the things that I'm talking about today and I'm teaching today, Reverend Ike was speaking to those things back in the 70s. But as a body of people, we could not embrace where he was coming from. And we was like, oh, he's coming from a soulish realm. He's not talking about the Spirit. He's not talking about the Holy Spirit. But he was so on it. He was so right on it. Because you all know this, that your soul is so powerful that when your soul comes into alignment with your spirit, nothing is impossible. So it's three things that I want us to grab a hold to as we're preparing to end this year strong. And my saying is into the next year empowered. We're getting ready to cross over a threshold. We're getting ready to go through an open door. And there's always a lot going on at a threshold, at a crossroad, at a door opening. There's a lot going on there. There's always opposition right at an open door. There's always intimidation right when you're at the open door. But there's several things I want us to really grab a hold of while we are preparing to go through this open door. And I want y'all to just comment down below for me today if you can. I want to know if you are feeling tired or if you're feeling encouraged. And if you don't even want to type all that, you could do 1 for tired and 2 for encouraged. Just want to see where you all are today. So listen, 3 things that we're going to have to grab a hold to is that number 1, you're going to have to really believe in yourself and believe in that vision of you that you see moving forward. And I say this all the time, is that success is an inside job. It starts within and then it goes without. So number 2, that you're going to have to make a decision about as we prepare to close this year, you're going to have to make a decision to really tap in, really trust what you're hearing, and practice being still enough. Great. Practice being still enough so that you could truly hear the real voice of the Spirit within, giving you the guidance and the direction that you need. Can I break something right here, right now? Can I just step in right now and break the power of every spirit of mental confusion and mental fogginess that's keeping you from being unclear. There's no reason that any of us should be unclear in this season if you practice some stillness. So when I was speaking about Reverend Ike and all the stuff that he was speaking of back in the 70s, and the quote-unquote church could not get with him, but here we are some 45, 50 years later almost, and now we're just now beginning to embrace how powerful we are, how powerful our soul is, and how we are made just like God. We're in the image and likeness of God, and as he is above, so are we right here, right now. So you're going to have to believe in the vision that you're seeing of yourself. And if you don't have a vision, that's another reason for you to get still. It's another reason for you to get quiet and really tap in. I want to really emphasize this and stress this, because you've heard me say this before. The change, the greatest change that you're going to experience, the lasting breakthrough that's going to be in your life is going to come because of what you hear on the inside of your spirit. It's not going to come from outside. I often say this: you're the greatest prophet you're going to ever run into. There's nothing wrong with getting motivated. There's nothing wrong with getting an encouragement, but we're talking about real change right now. We're talking about transformation right now. That transformation is going to come from within you, because you are the greatest prophet that you will ever see. Your words have so much power. Your vision has so much miraculous power to it that when you tap into that and you start trusting that, I want you to go for it. I'm telling you, beloved, I want you to go for it. Go for trusting what you're hearing on the inside of you. You know that the biggest problem we always have is being distracted from the noise without and the noise within. You not trusting what you're hearing and what you're seeing is only an indication that you're still not thinking that you're worthy enough for God to really give you clear direction, but you are worthy enough to receive that clear direction. So when you start to make this itty-bitty progress every day with believing in the vision that you see of yourself, that version of you that you see, it's not too late, beloved. It's not the end. You all know the story of Colonel Sanders, how he did not start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 65 years old. We shared the history of Abraham Lincoln. If you go and look and see how many times he ran for office, how many times he failed, how he suffered from depression, but still he went on after, I would say, about, if my memory serves me right, about 16 tries. Finally, he came up triumphant. So I want you to join in with me today and make a declaration that you're going to believe in that vision that you see inside. You're going to believe that you are a child of God. You are a child of good fortune. You are a child of good blessings. You are a child of doors open and wide in front of you. And let's prepare our minds to walk through the doors that's open for us right now. Great doors that are open right now, but we got to go across that threshold. And again, a lot goes on at a crossroad, at an open door, at a doorway. A lot is going on. There are opposing spirits waiting to block you, to stop you, to discourage you. But I want you to be encouraged. Now I want to say this, because this is real talk now, and we're going to wrap up. The hardest thing to do is to unplug and disconnect from the matrix, from the outside world, from the outside influences, whether it's from your family, whether it's from your spouse, whether it's from your church members, other associations. The hardest thing to do sometimes is to unplug and get to a place where you hear, number one, but number two, you believe in what you hear, and you believe enough to take action. Because what's the alternative? Okay, the alternative is, then this is why I asked, you know, where are you today? Are you tired or are you encouraged? Because when you get tired, and if you just sit down and decide, I'm not going to do anything, I'm tired, I'm not going to move, I'm tired of pushing, I'm tired of trying, then you'll get more of what you've had. But the reason why you're so tired is because you're tired of going around the same circle. You're tired of doing the same thing over and over again. So the alternative to doing this, to getting quiet, listening, believing in it, the alternative is you'll just keep coasting through life. And I don't know about you, I don't want to settle anymore. I don't want to just settle for whatever comes my way, settle for whatever I get, settle for not having what I really want, settle for my life being mediocre. And when I say mediocre, y'all know I'm not just talking about money, but the Bible does say money answereth all things, and money is a defense, right? Money gives you options. So I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about you being so happy and so satisfied with your life, with your relationships, with the impact that you're making. And I'm gearing up. I'm really gearing up. I want you guys praying for me as I am praying for you all every day, that we will be able to connect again live and in person starting very early in 2019. I'm making plans and preparation right now to do that, you know. And it's a different, listen to me when I tell you, it's a different day, it's a different season. And the methods of yesterday will not be the methods that we will lead out with tomorrow. And we're so glad for growth, for change, for progress, for the evolution that we are all in, that we are all here to make progress. So now I need you guys to do something for me, because we're working on some major things. I want you guys, every one of you, go to YouTube today, to my brand new YouTube channel, Spiritual Success TV. Spiritual Success TV. And I want you to subscribe and watch those videos and comment down there. And if there's something that you see in a video and you have a question, just leave a comment and we will answer it. I want to do a live Q&A sometime this month, where I can really come here live and answer your questions, so that you can really be on the right path as we begin to move forward. So go to Spiritual Success TV on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload another video. My endeavor, the reason why I created that channel is because I want to be able to get more to you. I want to get some classes and some workshops that everybody can participate in. But now let me tell you what your next move is going to be. Is that I spoke about this a couple of months ago when we were still on the telephone lines. I said that I know that it's time to really get serious with people who are serious. So the next step is that I'm going to create a private group that you have to opt into. And you opting in is saying that you're ready. Because, beloved, I'm out of the box. And I'm not trying to go back in the box. Trust me when I tell you, I don't want to go back to where I come from. I'm going forward. I'm evolving. And so when you opt into the private group, then you will have options as to how we will move forward together. And in the private group, I want to be able to pour out with no restraints. I want to be able to really bring you where I know God is in this season and what he is requiring of his people. And that is why there's so much restlessness. That is why for so many people, church is not working for you, because there's a whole nother paradigm that has been activated, and we are awakening, and we are evolving, and we are ascending into higher levels of consciousness. And all that means is that your God mind is waking up, and you're being tapped in and tuned in more to God without all the shenanigans. Now let me say one more thing before we go. And you guys know me. This is not an indictment. This is not an indictment. I just want the foolishness that's going on in a lot of churches and ministries now. I want you guys to wake up and don't tap into all that foolishness. I haven't seen so much foolishness. You know, somebody sent me you know, the video clip, you know, with the rapture preacher riding in the sky, and, you know, and then fights breaking out in church. It's just a whole lot of stuff going on. Prophets prophesying that's going into churches and pulling up, you know, people's profiles on social media and then going and prophesying to them. It's time out for all that foolishness. So when we come together in these private groups, and you will opt in based on where you know you are ready. And I'm ready for some mature people. Some people that are saying, I'm tired of the games. I don't have time for the controls, the bondage, the tricks, the gimmicks, the baggage, the destruction, the sabotage. I'm tired of the witchcraft coming, you know, from all different directions. And when I say witchcraft, I'm just talking about control, mind control, because we're all spiritual beings and we're all connected together. And it's just time out for using our power the wrong way. Why am I still here on a Sunday morning speaking to you? Why am I still here doing this? Because as you start awakening and ascending into higher levels of consciousness, I want to help you continue on your spiritual path and be safe. You know, the word said there's many voices that are going out into the world, but there is a way for you to continue to grow and mature and come into true sonship without going into areas that may be dangerous to you that you're not ready for. That's why I'm here. I'm ready for the person that says, I'm leaving now. All of the rudiment elementary things behind. I'm ready to go on because I feel God calling me higher. I feel him calling me to more. I'm ready to see my life expand more. So if that's you, just hold on. You know, watch your email inboxes. If you are connected to me, I promise you, we're going far and we're going to go together and you're going to love the results that you see in your life. All right, beloved, I'm going to wrap up. Our time is done. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you back here next week for another live Spiritual Success TV. Bye now.